So, Adam, have you seen the news episode of Fantasy Booking?
It's a show I know that goes up on the channel. It's supposed to be up every Wednesday.
Hey, it's not my fault. I took a week off. I needed a break. Sure, I worked for 3 days, and that was 3 episodes, and then took time off. But hey, I needed a break.
Okay, all right.
But anyway, I just hope that that mind behind the scenes, you don't feel jealous and decide automatically to do behind the scenes of Nua this week, because that would be petty. That'd be kind of like WWE decided to put a street fight on SmackDown after AEW street fight last night.
Tim, is that Mr. Fuji?
Mr. Fuji? Where? I'm a huge fan of his.
Note to self: schedule a New England Wrestling Alliance behind the scenes episode soon.
Where? I don't see him.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's time for a brand new episode of As the Buckle Turns. I'm Adam.
I'm Tim.
And this is episode 192. No, you don't get to try to make jokes about 192.
But we gotta break out the 192 jokes.
There are no one. You know what? No. You know who else is disappointed? You know what? I'm not mad at you. I'm not even disappointed. My expectations were too high, and that's my fault. That's on me. Yeah. I expected way too much out of you.
Yeah, because I actually told you, you're gonna expect something high, and you're gonna get negative below that.
I never expect high out of you, sir.
Good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a quick show this week.
Because Adam wants to go to bed.
Well, not just that. We don't really have a whole heck of a lot to talk about.
We have a lot of stuff to rant and discuss about. Because 5G?
Super easy, barely an inconvenience.
That's tight.
Owen Hart joke.
Oh, God.
Are we hitting all of our notes?
Sure, why not?
Grab 2 of each animal, run for the bastard border. Here's why.
Something about Benoit and hanging himself.
Ooh, dude, too far.
Really?
Yeah, that joke really, it choked the life out of everything here.
What? God. Okay, let's move on to ratings.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the ratings this week.
The first week back where they actually have the Wednesday Night Wars continue.
Yes, they're back head-to-head, AEW, NXT. Let's see who won this week. Everyone's down, though.
Yes.
AEW is down to 886,000. And NXT free-falled all the way down to 689,000. I mean, last week, they were at 838.
For NXT and 1 million for AEW.
Yeah.
Now, all of you WWE marks out there is just one who say, see, AEW can never hold 1 million. This is because NXT is on the same night.
This night, they had competition.
They actually had competition. But the people you support got hurt worse.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the competition. So, WWE, follow Jericho's advice, stop embarrassing yourself, and move the show to a different night. You'll be better off for NXT.
Tuesday, Thursday, it doesn't matter. You actually were doing, 838 is a respectable number. And honestly, anything over 800 is a respectable number.
Yes.
I will admit that. Now, we probably a couple years ago made fun of Impact or TNA for dropping down to 700,000. Actually, no, we started making fun of them at when they were at 3.
No, we made fun of them pretty much before the ratings really fell a lot. We were just making fun of their product.
Well, I mean,
hashtag fuck the owl.
Yes,
but no,
they were not doing themselves favors at the time.
Well, but also the reason why we were also mocking their ratings because they used to actually get that 1.5
Yeah, they were.
They actually were over 1 million.
Yeah.
At one point. So
But due to their own booking decisions
and decisions behind the scenes, the fact that the company survived multiple accusations of paying talent late.
Yes.
Or
not paying them.
Was surprising. But yeah. Anyway, it's down. Just move it because it's just gonna be better off overall.
You're going to have better numbers for USA.
Yep. But here's the thing, though. When it comes down to things like this, I want to correct everyone. This is mostly AEW fans.
Okay.
We gotta correct them on them.
What are we correcting them?
They like to say they put NXT on Wednesday nights to compete with AEW. NXT was always on Wednesday nights.
They put it on television to compete with AEW.
Yes, they put it on television, but Wednesday night was their night.
Oh yeah, no, it was. We heard the rumors that AEW was shooting for a Tuesday night.
Yes.
So
it was possibly Tuesday night, but because we all kind of knew that with the TNT's commitment to basketball,
that's true,
and football, it probably wasn't going to happen.
It's mostly basketball.
But it just wouldn't work out for Tuesday nights, so Wednesday made more sense for them.
Yeah.
So there. But the fact that people saying they brought them on Wednesday nights TV if they moved there specifically, they already had Wednesday nights for NXT, so it's not. No one put them on the same night as anyone else to compete. It was just a happenstance. But we can condemn NXT, WWE, because they were considering moving NXT to whatever night AEW was on to compete with them. But because it ended up being Wednesday, they just didn't have to change anything. But let's be clear. NXT was not put on Wednesday nights to compete with AEW. That was their night on the network. Yes, the TV.
Yeah.
They just kept it there when they went live 2 hours on USA. But at the same time, no one went there to compete originally.
I really feel that WWE specifically moved NXT from the network to USA to compete with AEW.
Oh, I'm sure they probably did, but because we know the rumors that they're moving nights, but based on the night it happened. Oh. To say it was actually moved.
It's happenstance that
yes, it was just there. So people stop saying that, and the fact that they didn't actually move the show NXT to a different night to compete. Let's just say they're just the same night. Now they can move it because they know they'll get better ratings.
Yeah,
just do it, please. Because
Tuesday night worked out really well for you.
Yeah, as much as I do enjoy the competition, but you're hurting your own brand.
Yes,
and. It's not if that actually worked in its favor, where we went from really low ratings to both of them over 1 million in this past year because people were going, the competition was that great. That would have been great, but it's not happening.
No, it's kind of stalled out.
But here's the thing: I will say this though, it did help. Both shows did benefit from this war because more people were tuning in because they're like, oh, 2 shows on wrestling. WWE is.
I mean, think about it. Wednesday night is an off night for any wrestling. By now we know it's Monday night. It's Thursday or Friday, and then you got the weekend for other shows, for the big shows.
Yep.
Wednesday night was kind of Wednesday night.
Wednesday nights was the comedy block for a lot of network TV, and that's just known.
And you do a comedy block on network television just to have people tuning in and be like, I feel good on a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
So wrestling on a Wednesday night is weird.
Yeah.
WCW days, it was Mondays and Thursdays. Attitude Era, Mondays and Thursdays. It was weird having SmackDown move to Tuesdays. Honestly, it was just okay, that's kind of weird, but...
Well, first, wow.
And then Fridays.
SmackDown moved from Thursdays to Fridays.
To Tuesday.
But I think it moved back.
Did we switch back to Thursday for a quick... for a blink?
For a blink, and then we moved to Tuesdays.
Yep. When it went live.
And now it's back on Fridays.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's interesting. But overall, let's just get it clear. they both were benefited from having this kind of war, but now it's actually hindering the shows.
We're seeing that night that both shows can garnish a combined audience of about 1.4, 1.5 million people.
Yes.
That's almost doing Raw's number on two shows that are considered new.
Considered new, but regardless of the considered new, are better.
Yes. Oh, God, yes.
Than Raw. So, while no other show...
They don't have Kevin Dunn doing a ton of camera cuts during a beatdown.
But the fact that neither of the show will get that overall rating just yet, but they will have a better chance to sooner if you put them on different nights.
Oh, yeah.
So just... If you say... If it's going to like, oh, we're surrendering to them...
No.
You're not. You're trying to grow a brand.
No. But yes. But no.
But Vince, your plan failed in January when they signed a long-term deal with TNT.
Yeah.
So
it already failed.
So you already failed. They're sticking around.
Yeah.
And the fact that you guys just lost a good ally.
Yes.
In the USA Network - NBC Universal. What's his name? Cucumber?
Chris McCucumber. When he's drinking, he's known as McPickle.
Oh, God. Yeah, he has left the company after 19 years.
Wow.
He's the person who negotiated the big deal for Raw's TV rating.
Yeah, I think he might be, that
may be the reason why.
Why he's leaving. Because that was, what, 5 billion?
No, it was $1 billion.
It was $1 billion. Billion.
If they got 5 billion, Vince would just be rolling in cash.
He'd cancel the show and roll around in cash, and it would just be highlights from the 80s.
Yeah, he wouldn't give a shit.
You'd be like, just put the old episodes up, and they're like, the old Monday Night Raw? No, main event.
Yeah.
Put up like whatever else Saturday morning school shit. I don't care.
So, but no,
just put up the exact same Hogan match every episode
and repeat it the entire episode, all 3 hours.
Oh no, it's 3. No, the episode, that one match, they've stretched into a 3-hour match. It now plods even slower than any Hogan match. It's like, and we're coming to the leg drop. He's
it's just filled with
this
20-minute matchup is
now 3 hours long.
3 hours long, and it's like it's more commercials.
Yeah, it just adds in all the commercials into it.
Basically you take the amount of pop-up ads or commercials.
It's more. It's like
from
a YouTube. Yeah,
from YouTube or Wrestling Inc. And yeah, I had to get a Wrestling Inc. jab in there.
I laugh about that. I can't wait to, at some point, have ads on ours. But I figured out that this podcast would be randomly littered with ads. It'd just be like, so, Tim, I got a big question for you. Ad.
Well, if you actually...
You're going to wait 15 minutes to come back, because if we do have ads, audience, we want you to watch all of those ads.
Because Adam needs to make money.
I needs money, because you know how it is. Cream. Cash rules everything around me. Wu-Tang for life. It's for the kids.
And it'd probably be easier for them to not interrupt us if we actually stopped actually
if we set up the ads ourselves.
No, we actually did random stop going off on little tangents, so we actually could put in time codes.
I'm sorry. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about doing a little bit of extra work.
Tim, I work a 40-hour-a-week job, and I edit all but one video every week.
Whose fault is that?
Yours. Because you only edit your video every week.
Because you've never asked me to edit one of your videos. You've never asked me to. Whose fault is it now?
How are you at multicam video editing?
I don't think I've ever done it.
Okay. We'll talk about that then. Because I've been thinking about getting the guys to all have their own Twitch channel so we can record that way. And then I could just hand you 3 3 video files and go, they do link up. You just have to find it. Good luck.
Good luck. But anyway, but yeah, it's just one of those things. It's better off.
Yeah.
But going back to the person they lost, from what it sounds like, it's not going to change anything with Universal overall.
No, he was...
He was just the lead person who's worked with WWE on stuff for a while. Now, if the Raw ratings keep dropping, that may change.
Well, probably. There probably might be a renegotiation regarding the contract coming up in the next couple of years.
Well, when the contract does come about, they won't be getting the $1 billion again.
No.
But it is kind of funny that they point out, like they point out in the article, it's like double what the rest of the stuff they do and get wrestling does. So it's unlikely for it to go anywhere else. But that just goes to show you, the people who show up for wrestling don't give a fuck what else USA Network is doing.
Yeah, that's true.
Except for hockey. When hockey does, they do actually get hockey on there every so often.
USA gets hockey on there?
Yeah, that's actually the reason why NXT was off, because of the NHL playoffs.
Frick, yeah. Which, by the way, shows you how much I've been paying attention to the hockey season this year.
I thought the new hockey season started. I didn't realize it was the playoffs.
This is the playoffs for last season, and November is... December is the startup of the... Normally, it's November is the startup of the new season.
Because they have preseason in September, October.
They get no time off this year.
No.
Oh well.
They'll take time, probably about a month off.
Yeah.
These guys probably don't really care that much overall.
No, they've probably been their time off that they've been away from the game. They're just like, I don't care. I'll play a long season this year.
I don't care. I want to get back to like.
I just want to play hockey.
I just want to play the game I love. And I don't blame you. It's a great game.
Yes, it is.
It's an awesome game.
It's an amazing game.
So, but yeah, but the Raw, NXT get better ratings than anything else in the station, so they're not gonna want them to go anywhere.
That's wild.
But yeah, you should really try to figure out your audience for wrestling. Oh, we already know that they're 50-year-olds.
Yeah, they cannot get that 18 to 49 demo at all.
The funny thing is, the people they used to have stuff on USA Network that wrestling fans could enjoy. I mean, Burn Notice,
great show.
I actually got into Burn Notice because they put like the first episode, right after Raw one night.
Yep.
And I was like, that was actually pretty good. I'm gonna have to watch this.
That's how I got into it too. I mean, I think it was actually the very first episode. We, my buddy Owen and myself, we were just like, spy show.
Okay.
I mean, let me just go ahead and light this substance that's now legal in a number of states, Maine, Colorado, and let's go.
No, not all.
We're having fun.
Not all their shows. Psych, stupid.
I couldn't get into it.
No, I thought it looked dumb.
Like I wanted to.
I didn't.
But at the same time, I was just like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Suits was another one that I was like,
I love Suits.
I wanted to get into it, but
yeah, it's definitely not your kind of show. I could definitely see that.
Like, I still had issues with Burn Notice.
Oh, so did I. Everyone. But
my issue is I call it the basic cable action show.
Oh yeah.
Where there seems to be no real consequences for anything, but something blows up every week.
You're a little bit wrong on that.
Oh.
It's your basic cable mid-2000s action show.
Oh, nope. You see it in the 90s. There is still that show, that kind of production where you're like, no, we want something to explode in this action show S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. also suffers from it.
Well, no, this was the evolution of that from the 90s. But this was specifically for the early 2000s. Oh. Because what Burn Notice was different of was it was a episodic serial show where you made progress in the main season story arc every episode, but each episode was an individual episode as well, and that's something you didn't see in the 90s.
Hercules had that. Xena Princess Warrior had that.
I do not remember that ever happening in those two shows.
Beastmaster was that formula. Highlander had that formula. Yeah, there were a lot of them already out there.
No.
Yeah.
I've never seen any of them until then. But it was specifically for 2000. It was, if you look at what they were doing, everything on USA was doing something similar.
Oh, yeah.
But just that version of it in their genre. No consequences whatsoever.
Yeah. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. suffers from it. There's no consequences for stuff getting blown up every week. Now, they get away with it by going, but we're S.H.I.E.L.D. And you're like, all right, fair enough.
I'm pretty sure the actual answer for that is we're a comic book show.
Yeah,
we're Marvel.
That too, but like...
But in inverse, we're S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
Basically, it's like replace comic book with Marvel. Oh, we need an explanation for in the actual universe. Replace Marvel with S.H.I.E.L.D. Okay, we're good.
Like, I mean, also, Burn Notice has this, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Where are the cops?
I know.
Like, Burn Notice, eventually you'd hear sirens and the cops may show up, but like, overall, that main character, like the FBI shows up in the show, that main character should have been hunted by the local cops, being like, look, since the day you showed up in this town, shit has blown up, we've had terrorists, we've had this, we've had that.
They actually explained that in the show.
Oh, really?
They
the
did.
CIA is working behind the scenes to keep the cops away?
Sort of.
Okay.
It was the rogue agency that were trying to recruit him.
Yes.
They were the ones who were doing it. So in the beginning of season 3, when he tells him he's not coming in, he wants something to do that. He's like, "Fine. You reason why all this hasn't happened? No one's come hunting you yet? Because we've been playing that. Well, we're gonna stop that." And immediately the next episode, that episode, one of his old not one of his old enemies, but his old countries that were after him. A friend of his shows up to sell him out. A police woman shows up and actually has to deal with the police.
Yeah.
Eventually, he befriends her.
Yeah.
But eventually he gets back under the. Anyway, they did have an explanation for it, which was at least that. Where like S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Like, we're S.H.I.E.L.D. We get away with this shit.
Highlander never Actually, Highlander never had that either.
Hey, it's not because they don't want to deal with the person who's going around cutting people's heads off so much.
I'm sorry. Paris should have had people going, son of a bitch, this is the 4th beheading in our town. And shit blew up, too. We need to look into this. Okay, enough talking about basic cable action shows.
This is a wrestling show.
Yeah.
They have nothing in common.
None at all.
None.
We've got a re-signing with WWE.
Who was stupid enough to do that?
Jeff Hardy.
Makes sense. Moving on. No. I don't know why he resigned. He probably had a reason for it.
I know.
I mean, good for him. He has another. He has another contract. He wants to stay. I honestly think it was a big mistake. I mean, when you're using your own history in storylines that are in poor taste,
yes.
clearly he doesn't have a problem with it, which is fine.
You're all right.
But still, I think it's in poor taste.
It was.
But it's a mistake. But it's him. It's his decision.
They had a pee joke. They had a pee joke.
You really didn't think they were going to have a pee joke when they literally had, hold on. Drake Maverick pee himself on national TV.
Fuck. Yes. I'm not surprised. Never mind. They've done too many pee jokes. Damn it, Vince. Urine is not funny.
Yes, it is. It's just the way they use it. It's not funny.
It's never funny.
It's always fun. No, it's not always funny. Well, you can use it correctly.
The
but
accidental, someone's like, "Oh, I need to find a bathroom. I need to find a bathroom," and then you see them moments later with a bottle of Gatorade, yellow Gatorade,
yeah.
And you're like, "You found a bathroom. You found a can." And then somebody walks up and goes, "Oh, Gatorade!" Grabs it and "Oh, what the hell?" It's just like you get the big eyes. That's funny.
Yeah.
That type of stuff is funny.
It'd be more funnier if it was a girl who did that.
Oh.
It was like, oh, wow. And then you did that. But it really comes down to the whole P jokes. Always comes back to me as the Little Monsters joke. You remember that movie? It's like the monsters under the bed. These little monsters. They have their own little universe. When you
I did not watch that.
Oh, you didn't?
Nope.
It's a comedy movie. Well, there's one scene where one night they go into the
Wasn't that with Fred Savage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fred Savage, the bully of Fred Savage's house, and he the monster drinks his apple juice, and he's like turns around and he pees in it. And he's like, "What are you doing?" It's like, and he puts it back in. The next day you see him drinking. It's like, "Who replaced my juice with piss?"
See, that's funny.
So
Peeing on somebody's gear. Forcing someone to piss their pants. Throwing pee in somebody else's face. Not funny.
No.
Not funny.
And that's it. I think it's just because it's pro wrestling. It's not funny. You actually put it like in a movie.
Oh, hilarious!
Or TV show. It actually works because you actually take the time to. It's a big joke. You're actually taking your time to craft it to make it get that laugh. Where Vince is just like, we're gonna do this and it'll be funny. Not
no. It either comes across as shocking,
or just distasteful. Because the whole point of doing something like that is you build to it. You're building up for it, and that's the joke. And Vince doesn't get comedy.
No, he does not.
But he's also the person who says comedy doesn't sell money, sell tickets. But he constantly wants comedy.
Well, because you need to fill time. In his mind, it's all about the main event. The main event is what sells the tickets.
Yeah, it is.
Nothing else sells the tickets. The problem is, it's Monday Night Raw, and you're not selling tickets.
No.
You haven't really been selling tickets for a while. So why are you trying to say that your main event is the only thing? And half the time for Raw, you don't know what the main event of that night's going to be when the show comes on.
Yeah.
No.
So, but
fuck you.
Again, congratulations, Jeff, for re-signing. Is because it's always good to know that.
I hope you make a lot of money.
Make a lot of money, but also just that you have work. And especially in a time frame where it's not always optional.
I also hope that his contract is very much a keeping him sober.
Yes.
Safe.
Well, he has come out and stated that if he messes up one more time, he knows it's over for him.
That might be why he signed with them.
It's possible
because he's like, look, I don't want to walk away. At this point, probably at this point he's like, no, I'm here until they fire me. Maybe. I will re-sign because I want to show that that I can be here.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, only time will tell, but it's still a good thing for him. Oh, and again, congratulations to the NXT UK stars. You're finally back. Good for me. We don't really care about the brand overall because
not really. I mean, outside of Walter.
There's a few talent over there I think are interesting, but at the same time, it's just mostly because WWE treats it like what it is. They don't give a shit.
It's meant to be it's a building brand. It's a
globalization. The basically it's part of Triple H's
globalization of
brand
WWE.
Globalization of WWE, basically doing the territories.
But it's their own territories now.
System, which is a cool idea, but when you actually kill the territories of other companies around it when you come in, not okay.
No. That it's kind of the Walmart of wrestling.
Yes, it is.
They're like, hey, we have wrestling, and you're like, yeah, you have wrestling.
It's not. I'd say Walmart would be if WWE Vince was doing that.
Oh no, it still comes across as
it comes across, but because we do know, at least in NXT, we're still going to get quality matches.
Yeah, but it's the drying up of your mom and pop shops.
That part, yes, definitely is. I agree with that part. But like, if it was truly Walmart, it would be the main roster on a smaller level. If it was Vince had anything.
Yeah, that's true.
But no.
And then still sign everyone else.
And then hold on to them, and then even
never use them for anything.
Yes.
And then once they're finally out of shape and ring rust has really set in, that's when you set them free and you go, oh, you can work anywhere you want now. And they're like, well, now I'm out of shape. I'm way past my prime.
Yeah. But at least they're back to work. More people are back to work, so that's always a good thing. All right, what else do we got on the docket?
There's a new Sith in town.
Wait, why are we talking about Sith? This is not Star Wars podcast. This is a wrestling podcast.
Hey, you know what? We talked about...
We don't talk about anything about wrestling. Ever.
And Burn Notice.
Nope.
And Highlander.
We've never talked about that ever on the show. Ever.
Owen Hart would disagree with you.
How dare you bring up him?
Why? I was just talking to him the other day.
Oh, God.
He's hanging out.
Then there goes our 5 listeners.
Anyway.
You know why people tune out? Never listen to the whole show?
Why?
They tune out once you hit the Owen Hart joke.
Yeah. You know what those jokes are? Super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
You know that catchphrase was tight.
I want to start stealing so many catchphrases. Just want to do it. Anyway. That's right, friendos. We're going to get right into the next... so, yes, we are talking about Star Wars. The Mandalorian is coming up end of October, October 30th. I can't wait.
Why do we care? It's just Star Wars.
Sasha Banks, the boss, is in it.
What?
Sasha Banks. Bailey's best friend.
You mean former best friend?
Sorry. Former best friend. They'll be better. It's like Kevin. It's like Owen Hart. Owen Hart. Yeah. Okay, that was unintentional.
That was just funny. You've got to the point where they're Owen Hart references are coming out accidental.
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn type of friendship between Bailey and Sasha, where you're like, they're gonna constantly try to beat the shit out of each other or work together. I don't know what's happening this week.
Yes,
who's the face? No one is.
Back in January, there was rumors while Sasha Banks was out that she was actually shooting some episode scenes for Mandalorian, and it was never confirmed or denied. But we brought that up, and then we now have confirmation with showing
she was in the trailer.
She was actually in the trailer, which I completely missed. And then I saw the screenshot of her in there. I'm like, how? I remember that spot, but I'm like, how did I fucking miss that with Sasha Banks?
I saw the screen. So, I don't know. I'm trying to go into The Mandalorian with looking at nothing this year.
Oh, really?
Like, last year, I saw all of the memes, like, all of the trailers for everything last year, and I was like, oh, yeah, I can't wait.
See, that's funny, because I saw nothing.
And this year, I'm like, I don't want to look at anything. I don't want to look at anything at all. I'm going to go into this completely blind, and I'm going to love every episode.
See, I
also love the fact that it's weekly.
See, I went in blind because I heard about the Mandalorian TV show, but didn't follow. I'm like, okay, great. I'm not a huge. Like, I enjoy Star Wars. I don't call myself a fan. I enjoy the stuff. I don't watch it, but
there is a rage inside of me.
So.
I can't be in the same room as someone who has not devoted their life to the Star Wars.
You can leave, and this will become the Tim Show.
This is my house. My house.
I said leave the office, not the house.
This is my office. This is my mic.
This is my office while I'm on this podcast.
Wait, what? Okay. Anyway.
Did you not read the napkin? Anyway, I was lucky enough to have a professor for post-production who was a huge Star Wars fan. So when it launched, we watched the first episode. And yes, I got caught off guard. Like, oh, so we have Baby Yoda? That was unexpected.
That was one of those that was like, what is this?
I was like, that's cool. And it was actually really good CGI for the...
Yeah.
For I was like, in fact, he kind of like did the whole little racist hand and like... Oh, by the way, I had to point this out. You've seen the trailer, right?
No. For the new season?
I'm sorry, I'm gonna ruin something for you. It's just the cutest Baby Yoda reference
More
in there.
Baby Yoda cuteness.
It's just the fact that there's an episode where the Mandalorian is about to fight, and he looks, and he goes like he leaps over, pushes the button, and the whole thing closes in on himself. Like he knows it's like, nope, not dealing with this. Nope. And I'm just like, oh.
Little guy's just like, no. You gonna blow shit up.
Okay. Nope.
I'm gonna hide.
It's like, so, but yeah, Sasha Banks shows up in there. I know a lot of people who in the wrestling community are linking it to the other shots in the trailer. There's like sort of like pro wrestling type.
I certainly hope not.
I mean, it makes sense in seeing that and then having her. I hope not too. I think her being a Sith would be a lot cooler.
That would be sweet.
We did get a preview of what's her name, who's apparently playing Astana, Anakin's Padawan from Clone Wars.
God damn it! I really wanted to say Asuna, and I'm like, that's the wrong show altogether.
Yeah, I can't think of her name. Ahsoka. I think that's who the rumors who she's playing.
Okay. All right.
And we did see clips of her, so it's kind of cool. It would be kind of fun to see us actual Sith in this. And I know a lot of people keep questioning, why does no one ever understand who the Jedi are in the don't understand who they are. Why do they not understand this? Yes, it's 5 years after the Return of the Jedi, but it's like they ruled the galaxy for a very long time. For a very short period of time, they did not rule.
It was about 20 years.
And everyone has completely forgot about
Forgot all about it. The Jedi? Huh? What are those? And you're like, really? It's been 20 years, dude.
I know.
That would be like us, being like, WCW existed? And you're like, it was 20 years ago.
Who's WCW? What are you talking about? It was just 20 years ago.
The NWO? What is this NWO you're talking about?
You're talking about the New World Order that's predicted in the Bible? No, we're talking about Hollywood Hogan. Hollywood Hogan?
Kevin Nash. Yeah. TNA? ECW?
Diesel? Oh, yeah, I remember Diesel. He went to the competition. He went to the competition.
That's what I'm talking about, that competition.
Huh? He just left. He stopped wrestling for a while.
He went back to being a bodyguard.
Yeah, he stopped wrestling after he left WWE in '96. That's what WWE wants you to think.
Exactly.
But it would be interesting to see what her character is, because it would be kind of fun to hear that, especially if she survives and continues on. That'd be kind of cool. But
for me, I'm looking forward to the first time that Baby Yoda just randomly starts pressing buttons and or starts using the Force again. I can't wait. I also want to see what kind of new art. I want to know what's going on with the Darksaber.
I know. It'll be interesting to see.
Last season left off with such a cliffhanger.
Sure it did.
Darksaber. Oh, the Darksaber.
The Darksaber. Instead of a black lightsaber, it's the Darksaber.
No, it in Star Wars canon, it is the Mandalore or Mandalore, the head of the Mandalorians.
Yeah,
that is their weapon.
Oh, really?
Yes, he was a Jedi. He was the only Mandalorian to be a Jedi.
Ah.
Now this was also pre Purge.
Okay.
So he was actually a Mandalore.
Yeah.
From Mandalore.
Okay.
Mandalora.
So he wore the armor and everything?
Yeah.
Interesting.
He's one of the people that helped design the armor because it was the only thing, Beskar armor is the only thing that deflects a lightsaber.
Interesting.
Basically, he was just like, no, I want to design something that could block. So I don't have to worry about being yeah.
Interesting. So, but yeah,
pretty badass.
It'll be interesting to see how big her role is going forward. So, but yeah, what's next on the docket?
The New Japan G1 tournament. It's a couple of days.
Did you say G5?
No, not 5G.
5G.
G1 Climax tournament.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised. You started to get me pissed off. If we're going to start talking about 5G,
it's starting up in
tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
For us, it's 2 days.
Yesterday for you guys as the listener.
If you're in Japan.
No, because this is going up on Saturday. That starts on the Friday. Well, it'll be before this episode goes up. That first night will have already happened.
And we are doing predictions for the tournament like we did last year. My prediction's already live. Adam has to get through the rest of the card. At least he got some of them. Hopefully,
I'm on day 6.
hopefully he won't have a gap of 2 episodes where he forgot to put it this year.
That's the only reason you won last year.
No, it wasn't really.
Yes, it was. You only beat me by like 5.
Yeah, but there's no guarantee your predictions on those days would have made a difference.
I would have gotten just enough right to tie it up.
You think?
I know.
You can't prove it.
Totally no.
No.
It's
impossible to know.
I would have won by. I would have had every one of those correct.
No, you wouldn't have.
Mostly because I probably would have put them in just after every match aired.
And I would have known because I knew you didn't post it because I checked them after they went. And you're like, I already told you that. I'm like, hey, Adam, you just lost 2 episodes that by forfeit. He's like,
because I forgot.
He's like, crap. And he immediately went and filled out the rest of the card.
Yep.
So that wouldn't happen.
So yeah, night 1 we've got Ospreay versus Yujiro Takahashi. This is for a block.
Yep.
They get to start off. Jeff Cobb is taking on Taichi. Tomohiro Ishii takes on Minoru Suzuki. Good luck, Ishii.
Yeah, good luck.
Shingo Takagi is taking on Jay White. Good luck, Shingo. No, literally, good luck. It's not like with Suzuki where you're probably going to lose. Good luck that you get to continue in the tournament. And the last match this is a big match.
Yeah.
It's Okada versus Ibushi.
Who did I put down for that one? I put Okada, right?
Yes, you chose Okada. I chose Kota Ibushi on this one.
See, I almost went with Kota Ibushi on this one. See, my thing is they're going to build up to him, so that him going to win the second round, I think. The second time
So Naito is currently champ.
Yes.
Okay.
And how I handled Evil and Naito in the same when they face off in the same block.
Yeah.
I think I gave Evil the first one, but Naito the second one.
Okay.
I can't remember. But basically, like last year, whoever has the most wins in both blocks won't add up to the person I end up picking. Because I'm pretty sure Suzuki has one of the few. I'm pretty sure I gave Juice a bunch of wins. And he'll probably actually win. But they're actually pretty high on him lately. So I gave Will Ospreay a lot more wins. I think he'd be a great person to at least go to the finals.
Okay.
Is Will Ospreay and Kota Ibushi are in the same block, right?
Yes.
Fuck, because that would have been a great climax. The finish, the finals, Kota Ibushi and Will Ospreay. That would have been awesome.
Yeah. No, I got you on that one.
I wouldn't mind seeing Evil and Will Ospreay in the finals.
You know what? I've got a feeling. This is just me.
Yeah.
Kenta and Kota Ibushi.
I could see those two being in the finals.
Yeah.
I could see that being a good one.
And this is where Kota Ibushi gets his push to the main event.
Which he already had.
Well, yes, but...
You mean
like,
actually win it?
Actually, like, you know, what? It was... Last year was against Naito, right?
Yeah, he lost against Naito.
Yeah.
He faced off... No, he lost Okada for the championship.
Yes.
So...
How about this? Maybe Kota Ibushi has Naito's number, but not Okada's number.
That'd be interesting.
I've always enjoyed the idea that there is like somebody on your roster that can always beat somebody else.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, but what if that guy's the champion? Guess what?
You're not going to be winning the championship.
Yeah.
You know, wait for someone else who has his number, and hopefully you have that guy's number.
Yeah, I love that idea that there's kind of this circle of power where you're just like, look, Okada can beat pretty much anyone, but this guy always seems to either drag him out, like Omega against him.
Yeah,
he could always beat. Okada's probably gonna beat Omega. He's gonna probably, and then you're just like, yeah, but Omega keeps pushing him to the absolute limit. Mm-hmm. And that first time, Okada just had enough. Kenny just wasn't prepared to go that one step further. Okay, no big deal. The next match, draw.
Yep.
And you're like, what?
Third match
was during the G1 tournament. It was 23 minutes long.
No, it was 30.
It was 30 minutes long. look,
that you had a bunch of tournament matches beforehand.
Yeah.
That you had building up, so you're not going to do an hour.
No.
So which actually played well into that. And you could kind of play off that Okada lost because he
was prepared. He knew that the tournament was much longer than necessary.
Not just that, but he was
the loss here wasn't that detrimental.
Not just a loss, but like he wasn't defending the championship.
Right.
B, also you could have played it off as he was a little bit more beat up from his match than Omega was.
Yeah.
So he was able to hit the one-wing angel, which will continue the story. Continuity.
What?
I know, continuity in a wrestling match, storyline as well. But then we finally got him. Okada said, "No, I'm going to beat him." Finally, proving I'm better than him, and he lost the title.
Yep.
So anyway, it was a good thing. I think it'll be a good tournament matchup, and we'll see that. So right now, what we're going to be doing is we're doing the same thing we did last year for the G1. We're keeping the tournament as one, all the predictions as one.
Yes.
Whoever has the most wins gets a championship defense or win, whoever the champion is at that time. Then the finals will be a separate win as well. So if Adam, who's currently the predictions champion, if he's still champion when the all the rounds of the blocks are done and I have more wins, I will become champion. But then Adam picks the winner of the G1, he'll go back to being champion.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to be doing, like we did last year.
So yeah, the tournament goes on all the way to October 18th.
It's so interesting when you have a month-long tournament like this.
Yeah.
And it's there. Because I remember when TNA did try to do the Bound for Glory tournament, was similar to this. And everyone mocked it.
I mean, I love the fact that there are 18 nights of matches.
Yeah. Well, the reason everyone mocked the Bound for Glory one was because it only counted for television, which was once a week.
Yeah, that's kind of...
this is actually multiple days.
Yeah. It's 30 days.
Over 30 days. But
29 days, technically, but whatever.
But it's 18 nights.
Yeah. 18 nights.
18 nights over 30 days.
That's nearly every other night.
Yeah. So it's
actually more than every other night.
Yeah. So it's a good little thing and it makes that's why this works and the Bound for Glory tournament didn't really work because we can't really do it. That's why the whole round robin tournament for the Cruiserweight Championship at NXT, it was a good little thing. You didn't have as many people in the blocks, but it doesn't really work for just TV because you only have it for once a week.
Now the network, the Cruiserweight Challenge,
the Cruiserweight Classic,
works. The women's tournament works.
Yeah,
because you know it's going to be over a couple of nights, and you put it on the network, so you don't have to worry about TV.
But also, well, not just TV. I'm talking about just on a TV format, you're not doing it through your house shows like G1 is.
Yes.
But on the network, because you can split up 4 matches in your early rounds for one episode.
Yeah.
And you can just...
And New Japan, much like AEW, utilizes YouTube.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, no, we posted these matches here, or you can go to our, and it'll be like clips of them, or, 2 out of all of them, or you can go to our website, our network, and watch all of it there.
Yep.
I'm like,
yeah, so
thank you.
It's a good way of showing how to use your network if you understand your product. Vince doesn't understand his product anymore.
Not at all.
But
I don't think he's really understood it for quite some time.
No, he didn't. After the Attitude Era, he lost track of it.
I don't.
And I'm pretty sure he really didn't follow
I think Vince was actually replaced with a clone in 2001.
Yeah.
It's a much dumber clone. He actually... No, that limousine... That limousine actually killed off the real Vince McMahon.
That was in 2007?
Was that before or after trying to... That was the end of trying to give away the $1 million, wasn't it?
No,
that was before it. Okay.
Because that was the same year that Chris Benoit passed away.
Yeah.
2006.
That was literally the week before.
Uh-huh. Because he blew up. And then...
you know what? They... that is when they replaced him with that clone. Because they knew it. They were like, oh, we can't do that.
They actually blew up Vince McMahon.
Yes.
Like,
and it's a terrible clone who just doesn't understand anything. But he thinks things are funny shit.
This is great shit. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for the show today.
Yes, that's right. Get the hell out of my house.
Adam wants to go to sleep for some God knows reason.
I gotta be up at 5 in the morning.
Sleep is for the weak, bro. Sleep is for the weak. That's the motto. That is the motto of film industry and film school.
Sleep is for the weak, but when you go for so long without being able to really rest.
Well, that's what you find that's because in the film industry you learn with so much downtime where to catch your naps.
Yeah, I don't get to do that. Well, I don't really have the downtime.
It's not my fault. That's your fault. So, fuck you. Now, did that insult you? Is this?
Wow, that is
that offensive?
That is as offensive as Trent's mom.
Yeah. Yeah,
she's picked up those bad habits from Orange Cassidy. I know it. I know it.
So you were never an Austin fan then?
So who's that?
Stone Cold Steve Austin. You know, the greatest wrestler of all time.
You know, I guess if you really like him. Mongo.
The second greatest wrestler of all time.
You know who I think was the greatest of all time? Brother Hulkamania.
No, he's
drop those legs.
He's number 5.
No, he's number 0.
No, he's not. He's number 5 because then you have Ultimate Warrior right before him.
Oh yeah, of course.
And then you had Giant Gonzalez before him.
You know who I think is the best worker in the industry ever?
Who?
Diesel. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you know what? I'm going to close out the show because you guys got to get the hell out of here.
That's my job.
What? Nope, I'm doing it. I'm taking the job.
How dare you?
Do it. Then do it.
I was going to, but you interrupted me.
Do it.
I will.
Just do it.
Just do it. So we're advertising Nike now?
No. Shia LaBeouf. Just do it.
So we're Nike. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let us know down in the comment section what you thought of everything we talked about on the show. Who do you think is going to win the G1 Climax? Let us know there. And feel free to fill up our comment section. We will rant about 5G. Not really, don't. Please don't.
please don't.
It's a joke. Please.
I mean, I got no problem if you want to blame stuff on 5G. That's fun to do.
Yeah, because we all know 2020, it's 5G's fault. Anyway, let us know down in the comment section. Since you made it to the end of this podcast, go ahead and give that video a thumbs up. You know you want to. How long is this podcast going for so far?
50 minutes.
So, wow, longer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Anyway, you've been listening for about 50 minutes. Give us a thumbs up. You're clearly looking at what we're talking about. That helps out the channel. And send us right there. Go and hit that subscribe button.
Ding.
Ring that bell.
Ding. Ding.
And turn on all notifications so you know when all As the Buckle Turn, fantasy booking,
New England Wrestling Alliance, and other gameplay videos.
And nothing else. Those last two don't count.
What? No, they always count.
Okay,
all of the other gameplay stuff.
All the other gameplays count. The newer one doesn't count.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
You know what?
You son of a bitch.
You know what you can blame it on?
What?
5G.